Hey, how's it going? It's good to see you. I was just driving down this country road. Where am I? About in between Goldsboro and Dudley, North Carolina. And I'm just looking at everything around me. It's a rainy day. I'm thinking to myself, I'm supposed to have a van life channel. Nomad bike rider, but a big part of it is van life. So, and I'm thinking about you, and I'm thinking about if you'd like to see this or not. So I decided to pull over and start filming a little bit, because this is what I see when I'm out driving around on these amazing roads. And I wanted to share it with you. It's pretty cool. I have a lot of time to reflect, a lot of time to introspect. And there's just 1,001 interesting photographs that can be taken pretty much. Look at that, auto sales. In the middle of nowhere. Just 1,001 interesting photographs that can be taken every mile. And it's basically impossible to do. So I just absorb it all as I'm driving, and I'm thinking about you and wishing I could share every single one of those photographic moments. And I'm cataloging them in my mind. And then I'm thinking about the videos that I've already posted and wondering if they're worthwhile, and thinking about the fact that I don't edit them, how much easier it is to do something like this, because it's just a one-take shot, no script, no editing. I'm just gonna talk to you and put it up. And they do take a long time to upload too, so that's another encumbrance to making videos on the road anyway. I don't have Wi-Fi. I gotta edit the video, put it into a file, upload that file to my phone, and then upload it to YouTube via data, which, depending on how long this video turns out to be, it could be a long time, like 8 hours of uploading. So, it's an interesting concept to make videos, share them with you, bring you along for the ride, but it's also a little daunting in some respects. It takes up a lot of time. It can be a bit of an encumbrance, a bit of an interference to the experience that I'm having on the road. I certainly want to make it worthwhile for you if you're going to take the time to watch it. I do love having you along. I'm grateful for you to join me. And I want to show this to you. So enough of that rambling. I'm just going to shut up and let you absorb this beautiful place. I don't know what river that was, but there's pretty much a river every mile or so in the south. It's unbelievable. When you're from the west coast like I am, Sedona, Cave Creek, the greater Arizona area, Southern California, there's nothing like this, I'll tell you. I'm getting to know this area. I've ridden 2 bike rides. I've got one video to upload after I edited about a bike ride here. Yesterday I did 14 miles. I did 33 today. There's my cell phone tower right over there. I'm staying not too far from here. So since it'll only be a minute or so, maybe I'll drive in with you. If that's indeed the tower, maybe it's not. In fact, I don't think it is. There's pretty much a church for every 8 people here. That I can tell you. Did I miss my turn? I wouldn't be surprised at all if I did. Let's see here. Sure did miss my turn.
Next right onto Sheridan Forest Road.
Is this it? I'll tell you what's a trip about riding your bike around here. I plotted out the easiest route I could make this morning. 22 miles, no big deal, all right turns, only 5 roads. I studied that map like a hawk. And I'll be damned if you get to a road, there wouldn't be a sign, like that one didn't have a sign that we just turned on together here. Or the name of the street was different from the map online. So it's just been maddening. Some really cool roads, as you can see, though.
Take the next left onto State Highway 581.
But getting back to van life on a day like this, it's kind of a mixed bag. I cannot see over there. Oh, I'm not gonna do this. Shoot, man. Almost pulled right out in front of that guy, huh? All right, I'm going. In the van, when you're at a certain intersection, you cannot see to your right. That can be a problem. So this is actually going to turn out to be a good video to show, because this is what van life is like. Limited visibility in a big vehicle like this on certain occasions. Sometimes, like parking lots, tight, vans swaying around. It can be a real drag. And I'm drying out my shower. Showering inside of a vehicle like this on a day like this is a bit sticky and wet. Oh, we're going right back. We're going right back where we were. I told you I missed that turn. That might have been my cell phone tower. Oh my goodness, what a knucklehead. But it's not too bad driving around here, because it is pretty and I could just do it forever. Well, maybe not forever. Once summer comes, this place will suck, right? Hot, humid, and buggy. So I'm just getting back to my spot from a town called Goldsboro. I was downtown. I met my brother's first wife for a cup of coffee. And it was a really nice visit. She and I hadn't seen each other in probably at least 40 years. But that's the kind of thing that happens when you live in a van and you're just passing through. You go through a state that, someone like that from your past lives in, that you would otherwise never visit. And you get a chance to catch up and reminisce and connect. It was really cool. So this is the road into the spot that I'm stayed at last night and again tonight, before we push off tomorrow and head to Smithfield, Virginia. It looks like a really cool spot that we're going to. This has been awesome too. The host, his name is Larry. Haven't met his wife. Larry is a good old southern boy. In fact, they were talking about hunting today, him and his neighbor. The neighbor came over to borrow a post hole digger. And they got to talking about hunting turkeys. And it was funny listening to them talk about hunting turkeys. So I asked them about this stand over here. You see that little shack over there? That is for hunting deer. That field right there, that little shack. But this is actually sort of like a country club. And as Larry would put it, for rednecks. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It's on a lake. It's just fantastic. Why they put so many speed bumps in, though, for so few people, I'll never know. But other than that, I think it's about the only thing negative I would have to say about it is the speed bumps. We can take a quick tour before we go back over to Larry's house. I'm charging up my batteries on my solar. Got no sun today, so solar was out of the question. We're down in the 70s, and as you can see, I'm up to 96%. We're still pulling 36 watts off the alternator. 400 or 36 amps, I should say, 500 watts or so. We're only about 7.9 amp hours away from being full, so that's really not much to go. We may not get all the way to 100%, but that's going to be more than enough for tonight. So this lake, man-made lake, was built in the 50s. We're staying over there somewhere. We're just going to take a lap. So I was at the like a Chinese food place, an Asian Fusion. If you can imagine, they have Asian Fusion in Goldsboro, North Carolina. It was such a cool little southern town, you know. And I'm standing there waiting and started commiserating a bit with the lady who was also waiting for her food, and it turns out she lives literally in one of these houses right here. We got to talking and found out that she lives here and I'm staying around the corner from her. She lit up like a Christmas tree when she found out I was staying in her neighborhood. It was awesome. Her name was Cindy. She probably thinks we're stalking her though. Camera flying in the air out the windshield. Funky looking van with crazy graphics all over it. Driving by. That's probably unusual, right? That must be the Sleepy Creek. That's the exit. That's what feeds this man-made lake. Sleepy Creek feeds this place. Cool little name. Look at that. Library books. I love that kind of stuff. Read a book, you're finished, put it in. Let somebody else read it. Take one you haven't. That's a cool place. Well, we're just about to home sweet home for one more night. There's the lake down there. That's Larry's truck with his boat attached to it. Cool little soccer field over here. You and I are going to pull in right over here on the other side of that mailbox. Says 162. I'm pretty happy with, let's see the where we're at. Should be 98% is what it says, so we're good there. Can't be dissatisfied with that. So here we are, folks. Anyway, listen, I hope you enjoyed our little ride together in Dudley, North Carolina. Certainly enjoyed having you along with me. And I'm gonna finish drying out the shower curtain. Maybe throw this video together and start uploading it and see if you like it. I hope you do. Thanks for coming along. Bye-bye.